Hello guys, welcome back to Bame Farm. Brad here. Today is May 9th and it is wet and rainy outside. So we're in here working on stuff, fixing some leaks on the 1086. So I'll show you part of that what I'm working on right now. So we had a leak. Sorry about the lighting. Hopefully the flashlight shows it decently well. We had a leak. Where am I at? Oh yeah, I have it out. I took this cover off here, and that goes to this shaft right here, and this lever arm sticks off the side of the transmission here and goes up to this lever arm, and I'm not quite sure what controls that. I believe it might be when you press on the clutch, because if you look down here on top of this cover, there is a foot pedal, and what it does, I've been told, is that when it engages, it turns this direction, actually engages, or should I say slows down that gear right there, I believe. And so it makes it a lot easier shifting gears while slowing down the transmission. So the leak is coming from right here on the side here, and you look right there, there's an O-ring, and I believe that is the problem. I don't see any other O-rings in here, and everything looks to be in okay shape. One thing that we weren't quite sure about is whether this was all the way in, which was causing it to leak right there. So we thought there was some kind of set screw or something that came up through there that helped keep the shaft in place from sliding in and out. But I do not see anything. There's literally, it's hard to get it in and out, but all there is back here is just a stopping point. There's no clips, no nothing that's holding that in place. So we're really hoping that it's just the O-ring that's our problem. So I might have done a little more extra work than I needed to, since I could actually pull that shaft out and see the O-ring without taking the cover off. But we'll see. We'll keep debating about this and look at diagrams and see what to do next. Alright, thanks for watching.
Okay, back on this project. Unfortunately, Brad gets to hold the camera now because he's going to make me talk. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We have our transmission brake disassembled here in the garage. Don't look too close at that. Like you might be able to see, that's a little pitted. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. It's iron and cast iron, and yeah, they machined it out smooth. But for some reason, they do not get along well. Now, this thing doesn't move that much in a slow motion setting. It probably sits stationary for many, many hours at a time, depending upon how often Brad shifts while he's out chisel plowing or disking. So what do? We got a new O-ring on it. That's lovely. Got our kit there of plenty of choices to choose from. We're going to have to get a new gasket. That ripped on us. And lo and behold, what do we find underneath the gasket? Let's get a nice close-up here. There's this hole. And that hole kind of lines up with this groove. Now, in none of the online diagrams could we find anything about something going in this hole to line up with this groove. Well, we made something. This little cylinder from a 5/16 bolt. By we, I mean Dad. He was very certain there had to be something other than just the friction of the O-ring holding it in. Now, granted, putting it in and then trying to pull it back out is more difficult than I would expect. But we're ensuring it's not going anywhere. The disappointing part is we gotta do a lot. Can't just slide it in. There was our lovely moon key. Put that back in. This all goes together real easy, but not like this does an extremely important job. I mean, it's nice to slow the transmission down when you're wanting to shift. Which way did this thing go in here, Brad?
Like that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, it seemed like it was backwards. I was back there playing with it. And...
No, it's not backwards.
Get in there. Thing really gets in there. Come on. Well, the groove for the moon key is tight. Oh, rats, okay, that slides nicely. Slide that over. Got to put our clip back on. Lovely C-clips. We had a whole saga about that. Hopefully you saw our transmission shift story. Heavy duty thing, man, that thing's thick. And get it pretty far on there before you really got to get some force behind it. Goes right on there. Looks like it's all the way down. A couple extra taps. Find some oil to rub on our O-ring. Make sure that's well lubed before we shove it all in there. And also keep an eye on right down in there. This is going on a bit. Well, that went in. Ooh, that's bright. Here, shine it. Yeah, it's down in there. Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in this way. There you have it, folks. It's in there. Remember, it's waiting on a gasket.